Hey guys, Danielle says it's time for an update. We're going to do an update. So Danielle Cat said that he thought maybe it was time for an update. So we're going to do a blog update today. Just a real quick, real quick look at his little toes. Look at his little toes. Oh my goodness. Real quick update. Jonathan and I remember in the last video I said it was like a complete mess and we were working out the wrinkles. Well, we didn't. That's the short version. Debbie has now joined Childress Fitness as a coach, and so as of tomorrow, hopefully I can transfer from Jonathan to her, and that might work a little better. We'll see. At this point, I've been through so many trainers and coaches at this point. I'm just wondering if maybe this isn't for me because of that. Like, if I just don't have the mindset or the trajectory that other athletes do for this particular sport, I don't really know. I'll find out. I did run all this by Cindy and talked to her at length. I've been running every conversation by Troy, and everybody agrees this is probably the best move. It's just been kind of a mess, and it's not really getting any better. So, nothing wrong. We just have different philosophies, and we're 20 years apart, and I think that's creating much more of a problem than I thought it would initially. So as you can see, have a wristband on. I didn't really injure it, but I guess it's called gamer's thumb, which is the non-technical version for it, or name for it. But I did it while I was working at Chi Direct, of all things. And so when I was talking to my occupational therapist, and I said, I have a Tough Mudder coming up, and he said, no, you don't. So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to go to Colorado for several reasons. The least of which is that I shouldn't really be injuring this. And I don't want to injure this because that's not really the sport I'm after this year. If I can get on stage in, April or May next year, then I'll start training for Tough Mudder. So I'm not going to really worry about it. Tough Mudder, world's toughest mudder. I'm not going to really worry about that now. I'm just going to take care of it. I can lift, and I can lift weights, but I can't really do this motion. So of course that would be a lot more of the OCRs and stuff. So that's a quick update. I still have Tyler cooking for me. That's all going really well. My diet is going really well. The GI track, the GI map came back, and the blood work came back, and kind of all the supplements. But now that I'm starting with Debbie, I'm going to kind of run everything by her and see where we're at with that. And then I would presume that within the next 2 weeks, I will be on a good meal plan, supplement plan, training plan, and really wouldn't have to tweak anything for several months. That's the goal anyway. So I think it's interesting. I'm really glad that I started doing these vlogs because it has been way stranger of a road than I ever could have imagined it would be. I knew what I was seeing on the internet couldn't be true, right? Like, so many of these girls are like, oh, I want to do a show, and 9 months later they're on stage, and I'm like, that just doesn't seem realistic to me. So of course that has not been my story, and it's not been a lot of people's stories. They just don't share it. So I'm glad that I am, and I'm happy that I have the log that shows the roller coaster ride that this has been over the last year and a half. So it's just interesting to me. Like, every time I'm in my bedroom and I'm like, okay, how many months do I have before the show? It's like always 9 months. I feel like I'm always 9 months out for the last 3 years. So we'll see. Maybe at some point I'll actually get on stage. But if not, I'm really, really enjoying this process and this journey for the most part. And I'm loving the changes in my body, and I'm loving the compliments I'm getting, and I love how healthy I am. All of my blood work numbers are like normal, to the point where my doctor was like, I don't even have a reason to retest you in 3 months. Like, there's no legitimate reason to tell your insurance company we need to retest. So that's exciting. My blood pressure is down, my blood glucose, all those numbers are down. And that's like a really big deal as I'm getting older with the genetics that I have, and not really, my dad was adopted, and I don't really know what I have going on genetically on that side. And the things that I have genetically going on my mom's side are not good. And they're getting, more things are coming to light as of late. And so I'm really glad that I'm on this journey, whether or not I get on stage or not. So thanks for being here. Thanks for listening. And I'll see you in about a month or sooner if things are going really well. Talk to you later. Thank you. Love you.